Sheriff's Office, the Tampa Police Department, and the Lake County Sheriff's Office joined us in this operation. And as a result, we took some very, very bad people off the street. So I want to introduce you to them. I want you to see what a pedophile looks like. I want you to see what someone looks like and some of the words that they say whenever they're caught thinking they're going to have sex with children. The first one is Douglas Cooley. He's 26. He's from Apopka. He's employed by the Discover Aftercare. You see, this is a program that is on the Orange County School District's property. To be specific, the Clay Springs Elementary School, where aftercare is provided to children. He worked in that program with children. And now he shows up at an undercover operation to have sex with a very young teenage girl. He thought he was going to meet this 15-year-old as a result of a bad stepmom operation. That's right. He was going to pay stepmom to have sex with a 15-year-old. I'd like to underscore that this program that he worked for is a contractor or a vendor, not the school employees, but a contracted service.
Now, some of these stories I just want people to be aware of what's going on around them. Now, Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd. Now, Polk County is down, I would say, near Orlando. It's south of Orlando and east of Tampa, Florida. So Sheriff Grady Judd announces details of a sexual predator sting that resulted in the arrest of 6 men, including after-school daycare teacher and an Uber driver. Now, the Polk County Sheriff's Office, along with 6 other Tampa Bay area law enforcement agencies, launched a 7-day investigation on September 19th, authorities said. It required detectives to pretend to be children or guardians of children on social media platforms, phone apps, and online dating sites to see who was preying and wanting to travel to meet children to have sex. Oh my goodness. I just want to say these nasty dudes' names. These dudes are just pitiful. Now we got Jairo, I might not be pronouncing the names right, Jairo Munoz, 40, of Kissimmee, Florida. We got Timothy Wellman, 36, of Ohio. Now he recently moved to Florida. Then we got Ferris Clisley, 49, of Davenport, Florida. And then we have Douglas De Silva, 46, of Windermere, Florida. And then we have Trevor Walker, 33, of Orlando. Douglas Cooley, 26, of Apopka, Florida. Now, at the beginning of the video, they had a picture up when the sheriff was talking about it. So you can kind of match their names up with the photos if you like. But the deputies say the 6 men showed up to an undercover location in Polk County, all at separate times. Of the 6 men reportedly wanted to pay adults hundreds of dollars to have sex with who they thought was a child. Those men were charged with human trafficking, the agency said in a news release. 3 men also brought condoms to the location, and those 3 told authorities that they were married and had children, according to the sheriff's office. These are nasty son of a bitches, man. I know the sheriff asked that one guy, that Jairo Munoz guy, he's like the bald-headed, chubby guy. He said, what if somebody wanted to do this to one of your little daughters? That guy has 4 daughters. And he told the sheriff that he would probably hang their ass. But you willing to do that to somebody else's child? Yeah, I just want to say the urge for these guys to do something like this has got to be really, really bad, because for you to risk everything, some of these guys are married with families, have jobs, and they're risking to put everything on the line just for some sexual gratification. Now, you know that's insane. Now these guys are so sneaky. Now this guy, Timothy Wellman, 36, spoke online with a detective who posed as a 14-year-old girl, telling her she was cute and describing how he wanted to have sex with her, deputy said. According to investigators, Wellman was divorced and his 2 young children lives with his ex-wife. Wellman told detectives that he was telling his children good night while driving to the undercover location. Man. You know, this guy, Ferris Clissley, had discussed his desire to have sex with an undercover detective online who had posed as a 14-year-old girl, deputies said. Detectives explained that Clissley was married with 2 adult children and he worked as an Uber driver. Now he faces charges of traveling to meet a minor for sex, attempted lewd battery, and using a 2-way device to commit a felony. You know, these predators are getting real slick. You know, they go online because, you know, they know that's where a lot of kids are. They've been real sneaky on their approach. So I would just say if you had kids, minor kids that are online a lot, you got to really monitor the websites that they go to, because, you know, you don't know who they're talking to. They could be talking to grown-ass men trying to meet them in a hotel somewhere. All those beautiful women down there in Florida, and you see what they're trying to do. Isn't that a trip? They looking for kids. I lived in Florida. I lived in Fort Lauderdale for a while, and the women out there are beautiful. But you know, their preference is young kids. I mean, it's sick. But their mind, they have something wrong mentally. Now, Grady Judd was saying at a press conference that most of the predators, they actually enjoy the grooming for the actual sexual act itself. Now, the 6 men are facing 22 felony charges. Now, one of these guys, Douglas Cooley, was an after-school care employee who worked with students at Clay Springs Elementary and in Apopka. Cooley was not employed by Orange County Schools, but he worked for Discover After School. Now, the aftercare company didn't confirm how long Cooley was employed through them, but did send us a statement addressing the arrest. A spokesperson said that they have been cooperating with the investigators and take this very serious. Now, in a statement by the school, a spokesperson said, upon learning of Mr. Cooley's arrest, we immediately terminated his employment and have been fully cooperating with law enforcement. And they also said the Discover After School program has a strict and comprehensive background screening process in place for all potential employees before they are hired. Now, you can have the most comprehensive background screening process all you want, but you don't know people's intentions. You can't really tell. I mean, if they don't have history and haven't been prosecuted for anything like this in the past, you won't really know a lot of the times. Only thing I can say is Sheriff Grady Judd. I've been watching the sheriff down there in Polk County. He reminded me of John Wayne back in the day. This dude don't play. If you got some deviant ways and you live down there in Polk County or are planning on going down to Polk County, you better watch yourself, because Grady Judd, he holds his own deputies accountable for their actions. I remember it was a story that happened a couple of years ago where he had some crooked deputies, and he prosecuted them. So watch your kids, and you guys be safe out there. All right, I'm gone.